Morgan Wallen is cringing as he prepares himself and his fans on the release of a 10th anniversary edition of his first ever EP titled Stand Alone, which was released back in 2015 and featured the fan favorite single, Spin You Around. Morgan Wallen turned to his social media last night where he released an important update denouncing the release of this new project being put into motion by his former managers and colleagues during that time in his career. Wallen shared that these actions from his former managers and colleagues are gross, greedy, and an example of how the dark side of the music business can suck the soul out of artists. Here is Morgan Wallen's full update. Morgan Wallen wrote, "I'm writing y'all from a duck hunting trip because I want to fill you in on something happening tonight. Back in 2014, I went to Florida to try my hand at making original music and songwriting for the first time. This led to a recording deal with a local investor and an artist management deal that I deeply regret. Unfortunately, I signed both deals without any legal representation. We made 13 songs. Some were okay. Most were terrible as I was just learning how to write in general and figuring it all out. I was not the only collaborator. So many of these songs were not my idea nor to my standards. We deemed 5 worthy enough to make the standalone EP, which includes a fan favorite, Spin You Around. Tonight, those colleagues I parted ways with almost 10 years ago plan to release a 10th anniversary edition of Stand Alone against my wishes and include 8 unreleased songs, distributing it with the assistance of my former managers. For months, I've been exploring every avenue possible to acquire the rights to this old music and keep the quality of my catalog consistent with songs I choose to release and believe in. It's gross, greedy, and an example of how the dark side of the music business can suck the soul out of artists. I want you to know this is not my new music, and I do not want to see this happen to anyone else. I cringe when I listen to these songs, and I'm concerned my fans may mistakenly believe this is a new release by me. I begin recording my next project at the end of February. I'm feeling inspired creatively and super excited to make more music I'm proud of." In response, he adds, 1. I re-recorded Spin You Around this week in Nashville and it comes out tonight. Thank you Joey Moy and Brian Sutton. I did the artwork myself while in the woods duck hunting. Hope you like it, LOL. Number 2, I am donating $100,000 from the Morgan Wallen Foundation to the Volunteer Lawyers and Professionals for the Arts program. I hope young, aspiring musicians read this story and know they should never have to give up their creative freedoms for an opportunity in this business. Number 3, trust me, when new music is ready, you'll hear it directly from me. You know, this is definitely hard and troubling to hear, no doubt, but as you heard, Morgan, he's responding to it, and his response is re-releasing his new own version of Spin You Around, which is out now, and donating $100,000 from the Morgan Wallen Foundation to the Volunteer Lawyers and Professionals for the Arts, which is an organization that is in place to protect the creative processes and rights of artists, which, as we have said here many times before, it's such a huge part in this business, and when the artist loses their creative control, it really can set up roadblocks for them in their career. Clearly, as we're seeing from Morgan Wallen, he's at the pinnacle, he's the apex. You cannot get any higher than Morgan Wallen, and we are still seeing that this is happening to him. So y'all be sure to go stream Spin You Around, which is out now everywhere, and we, of course, would love to hear y'all's thoughts on this down below in the comments. As always, thank y'all for tuning in here at CountryCast. That will be all for today's video.